Morning, YouTube and TikTok. We are out on site today working on just a little guy, a little 3 Series. It's a 3033. This will all be the same for all the 3Rs. We're gonna reinstall the loader. Customer installed it and it's not all the way hooked up, so we're gonna install that, and then we're gonna do a service on it. Engine oil. Machine's got very little hours on it. He bought it last fall from us. So you can see over there, there's a right there snowblower. So he took that off already. We were gonna take that off, but he decided to take it off. He needed to get something off of a truck, so put his loader on. So I'll show you what we came up with. So the main thing here is, if you got the front hitch on here, always check 2 bolts right here. You got a carrier bolt and this carrier bolt here for your trunnions, but it also holds your weight distribution or your push bar on. Those like to vibrate loose. These do have blue Loctite on them now. They don't come from the factory that way, but I always put blue Loctite on them, and they have not come loose since. But this one here was completely out. You found it on the ground, so put some blue Loctite on it, put it in there, torqued it down. Everything you see, he's got it all the way up here, which is good. And anytime you're not using the front PTO or the front hitch, get rid of the long shaft. The long shaft that goes from the mid here across. That's going to give you more ground clearance, and you're not going to be bending that up. Now on these loaders, you want to make sure that you can see these hooks down here. If I can get in there. This hook right here should be right here. Somehow it didn't go there. So, which then adds excessive amount of gappage right here. There should not be that much gappage right there. Probably gonna have to adjust these a little bit and get them snugged up. But now that we got those bolts tight down there, we're gonna raise the loader up in the air, lock it out, do the engine oil service, and then go after the loader. So we got it moved over. You can look down here, see that that piece there is on the inside of that bracket there for the front carrier. And then you can see now the hooks are on the outside of that plate. But you can also notice, so we still got a little less of a gap. We still got a big gap there. So we're going to loosen these guys up, and we're going to run these back so there's not as much back and forth movement on there. And then that'll be cherry. So to adjust these 320R loaders for the slop, you're going to loosen up your jam bolt here, and you're going to turn this guy out. And then you're going to want to put like a business card or anything, 2 business cards in between here. And once you get the 2 business cards in there, you're good to go. You can take your jam bolt here, tighten it down. On this one here, it's a 14. You're gonna tighten that guy down. You don't need to get them like super tight. You just get them good and snug. Then you got the jam nut underneath there. Him tightened up, and you're good to go. And we're just going to repeat it on this side. And we're going to make sure down here, before we get too excited, that right here, that there's barely any gap here, so we know that it's locked on. There's a little bit right here, it's tight. There's a little bit more of an opening, and then it goes tight again. So that's good. So it has to lock on to that piece there. So here's our other one here. We're gonna get this one knocked out. This is the more pain in the butt one. See, 14. We're gonna get that popped off and then get that turned out. No, that's not good. Get a nut on that guy and get him tightened down again. Check the other side. Yeah, the other side doesn't look like it's too bad. We'll get him some good Huggy Duggies. There we go. New bolt and nut. Torque down to the spec, which I torque it down to what the spec is and then give her a little extra. They don't seem to come loose. So, didn't break the new Mac ratchet, 1/2 inch that I got, so I think that one might be a keeper. We're draining engine oil right now. Get down to our oil filter, which is right here. We'll get that spun off, and then we'll check all of our rest of our hardware, and then grease everything, and yeah, give her a whirl, see what she does. Always mark your filters. I always put the CHG with the @ sign, so changed at, and the hours on them. That way you know when it was changed for the hours. And I'm also going to be putting right here, I'll put the month and the year that it was changed in. That way if you look at it and you'll be like, oh, okay. So there you go, quick tip. So this is a 3033. It only has one. 3039 also only has one drain. The 46 now, on the other hand, some of the 39s have a double drain. It's because the oil pan goes around the MFWD shaft that runs up through here. But they're all 17 millimeter. You guys are probably wondering, Joe, why are you laying on the ground? Well, customer requested to get this carrier pulled off. He's going to be doing a lot of loader work this summer, so he wants that off. So there's 4 bolts. I'll show you guys. So if you are doing a lot of loader work and you need that front clearance, it's going to drop this guy out of here. So you got 2 bolts on each side, bottom here. Do not take this guy out. That guy's a pain in the butt. And then this pops down. Make sure you disconnect your reel sensor here and stick that up all the way. I'm going to zip tie the cable up underneath there again, but yeah, pop that out of there. That's why we're on the ground. Just like that, that's out. We're going to throw our bolts back in here, put them on the guy's snowblower carrier, and we'll get out of here. Oh, this stuff here, Deep Creep from Seafoam. This stuff is the cat's meow. I'll put it up against PB Blaster any day. But as you see, I still run both of them. Okay, folks, that's going to do it for today. It's been a little slow, but we're all kind of hanging in there pretty good. So yeah, if you need any road service or anything, make sure you hit us up if you're up in our area. Northland Ag and Turf. I'm out of the Mason location. We do have another awesome road tech out of the Grand Rapids, Minnesota location. He's really awesome as well. So hopefully we get to see you guys, and we'll check you guys out on the next